And once again, Superman gets wrecked. I'm serious. The DC K.O. saga just kept going, and it absolutely buried the Man of Steel. Look, Superman already tied with Homelander in the last issue, which was a total joke, right? But now he's up against someone else. Man, what is DC even doing at this point? The DC K.O. event was DC's big shot at putting their heavy hitters in a total slugfest, and it actually happened. Straight up carnage. We even had guest fighters from other universes jumping into the ring. Homelander, Vampirella, Sub-Zero, and even the Annabelle doll. If you don't want to be lost on how all this madness went down, check out the previous videos on the channel, okay? It is a wild ride. The premise is simple. With every fight, the heroes stack up Omega energy. This energy is supposed to buff them for the final showdown against Darkseid's champions. It's literally aura farming before the boss fight. But here's the twist. Who are Darkseid's champions? They are the heroes from the Absolute Universe. Look at this. That was Darkseid's plan all along. And this is exactly where Superman starts jobbing. Get ready for the humiliation. Get ready for the beatdown. But also, get ready for some insane twists and epic moments. So if you can, subscribe to the channel and drop a like. It helps us out a ton. You guys are the engine that keeps this channel running. Thank you so much. On one side, we've got Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, and Booster Gold who actually switch sides. That's right, they're all defending the darkness now, servants of Darkseid, and they are absolute tanks. If you've been following what's happening in the Absolute Universe here on the channel, you know these versions are total badasses. Just imagine that Batman going up against the regular DC heroes. He's on another level. It's Absolute Batman versus Canon Batman. Honestly, Canon Bruce looks tiny next to the Absolute version, you know? So on one side, you have the Absolute Universe powerhouses. On the other, defending light and justice, we have Superman, Wonder Woman, and believe it or not, Lex Luthor and the Joker. This is what we're working with for the final confrontation. No more talking, no more alternatives. The madness starts with Absolute Superman landing a massive hook right in Superman's face. Canon Wonder Woman tries to hold back Absolute Wonder Woman, but the Pegasus shows up and stabilizes the fight. It's over. That's when Absolute Batman charges in to flatten Lex Luthor. But Luthor has an ace up his sleeve. His armor has enough juice for one last definitive blast. Now, Lex is a strategist, right? He sees this giant, this absolute Batman coming at him with blood in his eyes, but he doesn't flinch. Lex stays cold and starts calculating. It's just a Batman, he thinks. Huge mistake. We all know that's a fatal error. Luthor fires tranquilizer darts strong enough to drop an elephant. Doesn't work. So Luthor goes to plan B, the Joker. He tells Luthor to take down Batman. I mean, what an opportunity for the clown, right? But the Joker is pure chaos, guys. Only God knows where Joker's head is. Whose side is he even on? Suddenly, Joker decides to flip the script. He accepts Darkseid and is transformed into a demonic version of himself. Man, the game just changed. It's not a 4v4 anymore. It's 5 against 3. Things just went from bad to worse. Kal-El, Diana, and Luthor try to come up with a plan to reach the heroic nature of the Absolute team. But it's no use. The Absolute heroes are completely possessed by Darkseid. Booster Gold explains that Darkseid is in their very essence. This is their destiny. Darkseid's will is undeniable. And get this, Booster's voice is dark, sinister. It's not even him anymore. He's not in control. Darkseid is literally wearing him. Darkseid orders the execution and the gloves come off. The Wonder Womans are locked in a brutal duel. 2 Amazon warriors with no limiters, just tearing each other apart. At the same time, we have both Supermans going head-to-head with insane power levels. They collide with a force of 52 megatons. That's an impact 5,000 times stronger than the Hiroshima bomb. Superman stands his ground to absorb the entire shockwave so his allies don't get vaporized. He's literally a human shield. And I'm asking you guys again, how can this Superman be on the same level as Homelander like he was in the last issue? No way. We all know the truth. This is the Superman we know. tanking 52 megatons, yet he's somehow tied with Homelander? Anyway, I told you Superman gets wrecked, didn't I? Here's the problem. Joker lunges at Lex Luthor and rips a Kryptonite fragment right out of Lex's armor. You know where this is going. Joker tosses the rock to Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman grabs the Kryptonite, snaps it in two, and jams the pieces into the ears of his cowl. Now he's got 2 Kryptonite horns. It's game over for Superman. Absolute Batman lunges at Kal-El, stabbing him in the back with the Kryptonite. Superman hits the floor instantly. He's in pure agony. Absolute Batman raises his axe to finish Superman, but then Joker tells him to stop. Joker says he's always wanted to kill Superman, and he wants the honor. But out of nowhere, a new champion enters the arena. Someone who bypassed the rules. Someone who had prep time. Joker starts shaking because he knows who's coming. The one, the only, the Batman. Canon Batman planned his comeback. He hacked the whole tournament and arrived ready to play. Batman just fires a harpoon straight through Joker's chest. End of the line for the clown. Joker falls back laughing, and now the scales are balanced again. 4v4, once more. And guess who Batman is looking at? Yup, Absolute Batman. The original versus the tank. Batman just says, "I've got this one." Iconic. Absolute Batman calls him a rich boy. Batman fires back saying he's fought plenty of versions of himself lately, but he's never seen one with such an ugly logo. Absolute Batman goes full brute mode, swinging that axe. Original Batman dodges with that experience diss, using the agility only he has. And he doesn't just dodge. As he slips the attack, he plants gas bombs right on Absolute Batman's chest. But Absolute Batman is a monster. He doesn't drop. He reacts, stabs Batman, and tosses him aside like a ragdoll. Who is going to flip this script for real? The first, the greatest, Superman. Kal-El is feeling the fatigue, but he never quits. He scans Absolute Superman and realizes Darkseid's influence is working at an atomic level. Every atom of his counterpart is being corrupted. So Superman adjusts his heat vision. He controls it to fire millions of bursts per second. Guys, I'm sorry, but there is no way Homelander's heat vision is equivalent to this. Look at the level of control Kal-El has. He's using those millions of bursts to destabilize Absolute Superman at the atomic level. Absolute Superman is left defenseless, and that's when Superman winds up the punch. And it's not just a punch, it's a planet-cracking punch. A punch to break a god's concentration. Superman literally exorcises Darkseid out of him with a fist. Superman is just built different. He punches the Darkseid out of everyone. Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and Absolute Batman wake up like they just came out of a nightmare. They're not aggressive anymore, they're grateful. Booster Gold just collapses, and now they formed an alliance. The heroes of the Canon Earth and the Absolute Earth are teaming up to hunt Darkseid. Everything solved? Nope. Lex Luthor is the only one who sees the real game. He warns them that Darkseid planned this. Darkseid is done using pawns. The real Darkseid is here to finish the fight. They all charge at once, the ultimate battle. All the Omega energy they collected was for this moment. Darkseid fires. The Omega effect blasts from his eyes, taking them one by one. Absolute Wonder Woman, Canon Diana, Absolute Batman, Batman, Absolute Superman, and when it hits Superman, he screams. He burns, but he doesn't fall. Kal-El summons every bit of willpower he has left, begging his body to hold on. He's being pushed back by the Force, digging his feet into the ground, but he resists. He stays standing. Kal-El is bleeding. His suit is shredded. Even so, he looks Darkseid in the eye and says, "Is that all you've got? Is that it?" Man, that is the real Superman. Even Darkseid admits he's impressed. He tells them he'll be waiting, and then he vanishes. That's when Superman notices Luthor is also alive. Luthor hid behind Superman to shield himself from the Omega effect. Superman says it's just the two of us now, that they have to stop Darkseid together. Then Luthor turns to him and says, "Did you hear what he said? He said he's waiting. He's waiting for a winner."
And that's when Luthor unleashes the maximum blast from his armor, the one he was saving the entire fight. In that moment, Lex Luthor drops Superman. Unfortunately, that's the real Lex Luthor for you. Luthor is the winner of the tournament. He is the Omega King. Lex Luthor is the one who will decide the future of the multiverse.
Man, now it's gonna be a brutal wait for the conclusion. I have no idea where the story's going now that only Lex is left standing. Look, DC dropped the ball on a few parts of the saga, we know that, but they were actually brave with this one, weren't they? Or were they? I want to know your opinion. Did you like this chapter? Do you want to see how this mess ends? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We're back with a vengeance starting today. There's a lot of great stuff coming, so don't miss out. Click this playlist right here for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.